What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I am Josue. I'm in my 300ZX, and today I'm gonna give you guys 5 reasons why you shouldn't buy a Nissan 300ZX. One of the main reasons a lot of people will tell you do not buy a Nissan 300ZX would be the issues that comes with owning a Nissan 300ZX and having constantly to work on it, trying to keep it running for a daily. I do daily my 300ZX, and I'm gonna be quite honest, I didn't go with the twin turbo because I saw that the main issues a lot of people couldn't keep their 300ZX running daily was the fact that it was a twin turbo 300ZX. I have the naturally aspirated one, and if I decide to boost the engine, or if I decide to make the engine make more horsepower, because I know I can't put a turbo on this bitch, I can definitely do that, but it will come with its consequences. I will not be able to drive this car daily because a lot of other issues will arise. I have been dailying this for 1 year, and the issues have already started. I do have to do a lot of little maintenance here and there, more than you would have to do on a regular car, but that is just what you have to deal with when owning a 25-year-old car and trying to daily it. So that's going to be the first reason why you don't want to buy a 300ZX. So let's get on with the second reason why I don't recommend you buying a 300ZX. If you want something to be unique and stand out from everybody else, the 300ZX does that to an extent, but the aftermarket support for the 300ZX is not as good as it is for other cars, say the 350Z or the Scion FRS, which the 350Z has had a shorter lifespan, and the Scion FRS is only 7 years old, and it has a lot more aftermarket support than the Nissan 300ZX. And a quick example of that would be the tail lights. There is really not many options of tail lights apart from these two, the JDM ones, and then you got the Ferrari tail lights that a lot of people like to go with. I really don't know why. I kind of prefer the JDM tail lights, and those are the ones I have for my 300ZX. But the aftermarket support is very low for this car, and that is another drawback that a lot of people don't like, because if you've seen one 300ZX, you've pretty much have seen them all. Reason number 3 to stay away from a 300ZX, it is the difficulty to work in the engine bay. If something goes wrong, you better hope you have those little Deadpool hands to get in there to work on your engine, because if not, you're gonna have to be removing a lot of stuff just to get to the main issue and the main problem that is causing your car not to run properly. That is by far one of the biggest issues that a lot of 300ZX owners say: the difficulty to work in the engine bay. Luckily for me, I have not had to deal with that issue yet. I know it's coming close to where I have to fuck around in the engine bay, and I'ma hate it so damn much that it might even end up making me want to sell this 300ZX. I'm just kidding. I will never sell this car. Another reason why you don't want to buy the 300ZX, it's the stock horsepower for the naturally aspirated, and the twin turbo does decent horsepower at 300 horsepower. The naturally aspirated one does 222. That is kind of low comparing it to a lot of cars you can buy for the same price. So reason number 4 is just the lack of power, and that is going to lead us into the reason number 5. So 4 and 5 are kind of together. It's the cost of a 300ZX versus the power you can get out of it. So that is one of the things. You can get a much more reliable 350Z for $6,000, pushing 280 horsepower, or you can buy a running twin turbo that is definitely going to give you issues down the road within a month or a couple of weeks for $8,000 to $7,000, and it is pushing 300 horsepower. Would you prefer a reliable 350Z, or would you prefer an unreliable 300ZX that is actually twin turbo? It's really up to you. Pricing on the 300ZX is one of the biggest issues, because me as an owner of one, I can't see myself letting this car go, even though it's naturally aspirated with 225,000 miles on it, for less than $4,000 or $5,000. I did pay $4,000 for this car, and it had 211,000 miles on it. Those are 5 of the reasons I feel like you shouldn't buy a 300ZX. If this isn't really your dream car and you're just looking for a car to buy, the 300ZX isn't a car I would recommend unless you want to deal with it and you really love this car. Issues: to keep it running. Aftermarket support is low. The difficulty to work in the engine bay. The car is slow for the price you have. It took me 3 months to find this car, and a lot of you guys in the comment section below that own a 300ZX, comment below how long it took you to find your 300ZX. But that is going to be the end of this video. This is where I am going to leave it. Do I recommend you guys buy a 300ZX? Only if it is your dream car. If it is not, I recommend you guys look into something different around the same price range. And remember guys, your limitation is only your imagination. Deuces.
Yeah, man, the world needs better laws. Maybe then we'll be better off. I'm hoping that it comes, but it never does. Just got new grills and they all go. So I got that beef with the po-po. They don't like my style, no, no, no. I don't really give a damn, I keep steering. Switch gears and the fans just